Is it possible that I could get? Is it possible I could get Brockmire on the phone? Is he there, Hank? Is Brockmire there to help us work through a lot of the issues with baseball? Because in the fourth season that drops on Hulu on Tuesday, Brockmire becomes commissioner of baseball in that season, correct?
He does. That's the future. I almost think it might happen. We were so precognitive with season 4.
From the pandemic to
from the pandemic to the disputed lands, to the riots, to the heat, to baseball going away almost. I mean, we called it. It's really almost a little freaky. And there's a couple other predictions we make. Like Joel wrote an amazing episode. A lot of the season is about how a really credible, almost like Black Mirror kind of storyline where an Alexa type, operating system pretty much takes over. And it's really funny and really believable, I think. But yeah, so let me see if I can.
Yeah, would you mind?
As the great Elmer Fudd once said,
yes.
Rich Eisen, he's around here someplace. So let me.
Just to see if he's there.
And by it also gives me time to pull up the funny things that Jim just said. So hold on a second.
See if Jim Brockmire.
Is this Rich Eisen, Jim Brockmire?
Hey, Jim, it's been too long.
My dear friend, my dear follically challenged friend, Rich Eisen. How are you?
It's good to chat with you again, Jim. As you know, I've been a big fan of yours for a long time, and it's just really great to see how everything's worked out for you in the end.
Well, you were there at the beginning, Rich. You did our original short on Funny or Die,
yes.
And then I got my big break when nobody else would touch me.
Yes.
You employed me to.
You were toxic.
To come on your
toxic.
Your NFL show.
That's right.
I went on there. Yes. So thank you. No, I owe it all to you. In the same way that John Travolta is indebted to Quentin Tarantino. I'm indebted to you for revitalizing my career.
I appreciate that, Jim. I'll take that as a compliment. So what do you think of the current Major League Baseball negotiations, Jim?
Well, Rich, I got to hand it to the MLB. You have to, because watching these contract negotiations, it's just highlighted what Major League Baseball is very good at.
What's that?
Because what says baseball more than a boring and unproductive back and forth? I mean, how is it that they have managed to remind everybody in America about the worst aspects of baseball while simultaneously not playing a single game? It's absolutely unbelievable.
Well, whose fault is it, Jim? Do you think it's the owners, the players? Where do you place the blame here?
Oh, I don't. I just want the whole charade of negotiations to just go away and be done, because I'm quite interested in how a 50-game season would play out. It's such a small amount of games.
Yes.
But I think the team that will benefit the most, speaking of horrible owners, would be the New York Mets. Well, because they usually they get your hopes up and then collapse. But with 50 games, no time to collapse. Could be just the hopes up phase. Could be great news for them.
So just in 50 games, you could just get it all out of the way, is what you're saying, Jim, for the Mets.
Oh, for the Mets, yeah, but that would be really surreal seeing that. I mean, I would like to see it personally. Because, I mean, somebody's going to win 5 games and get the Cy Young Award. I want to see that. I want to see Mookie Betts win the Dodgers a World Series, but have no fans to see it in person. I want to see that. And I can't wait to see a pitcher properly sanitize a baseball for coronavirus right before throwing it at the head of an Astros batter. I want to see all these things happen.
Broadcasting legend Jim Brockmire, kind enough to hop on the phone here in advance of Brockmire on IFC hitting Hulu starting on Tuesday, just like all the 3 previous seasons. But maybe there'll be crowd noise pumped into a stadium, right? Isn't that a possibility, Jim?
That is possible. I'm excited to see that too. Games without fans in the stands. There are quite if you do pipe in that crowd noise, so it sounds like a normal game. I'm afraid of the sounds that will be played in Boston. I think a recording of the fans at Fenway will need the same kind of disclaimer they're going to give to Gone with the Wind now. Just like this recording's from a different time. People didn't know better 10 months ago. Please forgive us. They're going to make it authentic.
Jim Brockmire, man, oh man. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.